see what we have to put up with around here. Bambi, knock it off. She's trying to bite Esmeralda through the fence because Essie's in here getting her snack. I guess Miss Spider needed to have a little coffee pick-me-up too. What you doing, Digger Dog? Are you ready for breakfast? Oh, we're gonna get your breakfast, okay. Poor Digger Dog. When I came out this morning, he was all wet and soggy and looking a little forlorn. We had a lot of rain overnight, and apparently I missed a nail hole in his house. So there is a wet spot there in the floor, and looking up, you can see that I missed covering a nail hole up there in the tin. And so I gotta find my leak tape and see if I can cover that up and fix it and put some fresh bedding down for him. So Digger Dog's house leaked on him last night and his bed was wet. The inside of his house wasn't super wet, but it was like right in the middle, so he probably didn't have a really super dry spot to be in. I have that fixed now, but he was pretty wet and cold when I came out this morning. And he's just been kind of laying around, snoozing all day. But at the same time, he was up all night barking and running the fence. And I don't know what he was after, but he was after something. I did see some yellow eyes in my flashlight when I came out, but nothing inside the fence, so I don't know. Are you a goat? How come you're eating the goat sticks, huh? I've been cutting the squirrel brush out of the creek and threw it over the fence until I was done. And Digger has decided he's going to claim some of it. Goofy dog. Are you all pooped out, dude? You've been laying in here for a long time. Yeah, what are you doing? Hi, Digger Dog. What are you doing, huh? Are you just all wore out from last night? Huh? You just all wore out from last night? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. You okay, huh? Did you just run yourself to death last night? Maybe that's what you needed. Oh, is that just what you needed? You just needed something to do all night? Make you tired. Keep you out of mischief, huh? Yeah? Are you all pooped out? About time to do chores, dude. Yeah, it's about time to do chores. Gonna go get the goats some hay, and then we gotta feed the chickens. Yeah? What? More belly scratches? You're so funny. Yes, you are. You're so funny. Yes. Yeah. Alrighty. So when I came to work this morning, there was actually more snow up there on the canals than there is now. So I guess maybe it turned to rain up there too, because it's rained here off and on all day. But most of that was much whiter than it is now. Well, good morning. This is something we don't see very much of here in the desert, and that is fog. So that's the view down the driveway. I can't even totally see my neighbor's house, just a power pole that's next to them. And I for sure can't see all the way across the canyon to the mine over there. It is hiding someplace. This is crazy. Yeah, this is really crazy. I mean, I can't even see all the way up the canyon like I usually can. Like, there's hills back there. And I don't see anything this morning. Where's my Digger Dog? Are you hiding out in your house because it's so wet? Probably not. He runs around and lays out in the rain. There you are. Good morning, Digger Dog. Good morning. What do you think about all this fog? You're so wet, dude. Yes, you are. You're so wet. How come you're so wet? Huh? You need a belly scratch? Oh my goodness, you are soaked. Well, not totally soaked, but pretty wet. All right, buddy. Should we feed some goats? Huh? Well, the foxtails are trying to go to seed already in some places, like here along my path. So I am trying to get them dug out before they are a major problem. So I'm clearing out this bed of pak choi, and as you can see, a lot of them are bolting. What I found is when there is that much stem in between leaves, then the stem has become very fibrous. And so all of those are going to go to the chickens. The goats have not really cared for the pak choi. I might try some since they're bigger and they have flowers on them. Sometimes that's what the goats are looking for. But probably most of this will go to the chickens. And then I think I'm going to plant some more of the Mikado salad turnips, the little white ones that I tasted yesterday because that was so delicious. And hopefully I can get that done this morning. And Digger has stolen a pak choi that I was trying to feed to a goat. I don't think he's actually going to swallow it. He will probably just crunch it up and leave it laying there. Crazy dog. Hi, Tinker Cat. Hey. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing, Mama? Now, pretty much all this pak choi in here has bolted, going to flower. There are a few heads here and there that are probably okay from taking to market. Part of the issue is overcrowding and maybe a lack of nutrition, but the original plan was that I would scatter plant the pak choi when I transplanted the broccoli in here, and I would then I would just, as soon as the pak choi was big enough, I'd start picking it and it would be thinning it out. Well, bad weather, missed markets, not enough orders for pak choi. So all of those things have conspired here to make kind of a big mess. Now, it's not going to waste. The goats are eating a little bit of it, especially the stems that have already actually got flower heads and flowers on them. They are enjoying that. Bentley especially likes it. And then the chickens are getting the rest. So that's their green feed for a few days. So that'll be okay. And what I'll probably do next year, I think, is I'll probably just plant the broccoli and just give it a good mulch and let it go like that. I also think maybe the broccoli's a little bit too close together. It could probably have used a little more space, especially without as much nutrition in this bed as I think it needs. Though by next year, like, this bed would probably be in a lot better shape. I'm not sure if this bed still has root knot nematodes. They should not be active just yet. Probably another month or 6 weeks for the soil to warm up enough for them to hatch out and become active. They do not usually attack cole crops like broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage, but I'm very hesitant to plant corn, squash, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, any of those things. And I'm not sure about the corn. I'm not sure if the nematodes will attack the corn. So that might be a possibility to put in these beds. It will for sure kill the tomatoes and peppers and squash plants. So I will not plant any of those things in this area until I'm sure that there are no more nematodes. But in the meantime, oops. Hi, Tinkers. Hi, Tinker Cat. What you doing? Oh, what you doing, Tinker Cat? Ow! Those are claws. Ow! So I did also find a head of Romanesco broccoli. You can see these have spread out quite a bit, so it's trying to bolt too. I probably should have picked it a week or 2 weeks ago, but that's okay. It's not a total loss. It'll still be very tasty. I'll probably eat that later. You can see how even though this head is really small, it is elongating and spreading out, which is the first step towards bolting. Pretty, trying to pick some spinach. It's finally getting big enough, and this bed is really thick, so we'll get on with that. The beets are starting to make some roots on some of these. Like there's one right there that's starting to make a little root down there, but not very big yet, so we'll wait on those. The Swiss chard is definitely ready to pick. Oh, Mary here with Farmer Friday, and I'm all done with outside chores and just realized that I never did my video. We had a little train wreck at milking time. Storm barged in. I was trying to hold her back, but Bambi and Pinto Bean were also pushing their way in, and I got my foot like wedged under the gate somehow, kind of sideways as I fell down. So I'm a little gimpy now, kind of right over the arch of my foot. I don't know. I don't think it's broken. At least it doesn't feel like achy bone breaky things. So it's probably just going to be bruised, and it might swell up a little bit. So that was this evening's adventure. Hey, get out of there. Hey, you weren't supposed to be in the milk bucket. Don't worry, friends. The bucket is empty, and he's just getting the foam, and we will, of course, be disinfecting it before we use it again. Oh. So what's been going on this past week? Things in the garden. We got, I picked the last of the pak choi today because it's bolted so much, so bad. But that freed up a little small bed, and I think I'm going to plant some more of the little Japanese salad turnips, the Mikado or Mikado, I'm not sure how you say it. But because one of them got big enough to eat the other day, and I tasted it, and it was really delicious. So I'm going to plant some more of those. Been planting tons of tomato plants. I'm going to start taking the biggest ones to the Superior Farmers Market tomorrow. But if you're local to me and you want to pick some up, you can always text me, and I'll send you a list of what's ready to go out now. And then and you can come pick them up from me here at home. What else has been going on? Oh, so the Digger Dog experiment. Hi, Digger Dog. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? Are you being a good boy? Yes. Yes. What are you doing? Huh? So the Digger experiment of leaving Digger out. Not all the time, because with the front gate being broken, I can't quite get the bottom of it tight enough from the outside. that I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable leaving him loose and latching it from the outside, because he's so big and heavy and strong that he can really push the bottom of that gate, even with my little hay string and snap clips on it. It's a little iffy that it's going to hold sometimes. So if I have to leave, I am putting him back in his kennel until I get home. But he's actually been doing pretty well. I have not got up and found any major destruction. What is funny is that the second day that he was out all day, I came out after lunch and was working in the little greenhouse garden. And of course, he's not allowed to come in the gardens. And so I think he is mad because I wouldn't let him go in there. And so every time I came out, I would find another little plant pot somewhere else with chewing evidence. And I got really upset with him after the third time, and I finally did make him go in his kennel for the rest of the afternoon until it was time to do chores. And we've had a few little things like that. Like yesterday, I was getting eggs out of the big chicken house, and he was laying under the fig tree and just reached around and grabbed a branch and broke it off. So he's still doing some things like that, but it is not to the extent that I guess I was expecting. So it's okay. We'll keep going. We'll see what happens. He has been doing really good, keeping things out of the yard. Whatever it was that dug holes up by the buck pen and the chicken pens, that was probably a raccoon or a skunk. I think would have been one of those two digging little holes in the ground. I have not seen any more of that. No more little holes. However, I have found a spot that it looks like the neighbor's dogs have been trying to dig under the fence. But I don't think they have been successful at getting in because Digger has been out at night. The neighbors kind of just let their dogs run at night. I don't think they really watch them when they let them out after dark. During the day, they are calling them. The dogs don't listen, but at least the people are trying to do something, I guess, right? So, yeah, we'll see where we go from there. Trying to think of what else has been going on this week. Lots and lots and lots of eggs. Oh, and I picked the first spinach today. So I have a little bit of spinach. And that does remind me, I do need to go pick a couple of bunches of Swiss chard to take to market tomorrow. It's just that it was starting to get hot this morning in the sun, and I needed to get the other things in the house and get them rinsed and put in the refrigerator. So we'll just add a few pictures and videos of things that have gone on this week, and we'll catch you next time. So yes, I got about 10 chicks. I decided I'm not going to hatch any of mine right now because I can't even get to my incubator, and it would be too tempting to hatch a ton, and I just don't have the time and energy. This spring I need to work on infrastructure and get some things situated, but I thought I'd just get a few to help boost egg production this fall and during the winter. So there's a Leghorn, a couple of sex links, 3 blue something sex links, and I got 4 Easter eggers the other day. And there's one of the Easter eggers, the little brown one with the poofy face. So that's all right. That'll be enough. And the first pea flowers. Yay! These, I'm trying to remember if these are sugar daddies or sugar snaps. One of the two. But either one is awesome, and these will be so yummy very soon. And look at that. We have 2 flowers per stem. Okay. So, I understand that that's a sign of good nutrition, and it can also be breeding. So some varieties only have 1 flower on a stem, and others will make 2 if they have enough nutrition. And yep, that's a squirrel hole, I'm quite certain. So I think I will get my squirrel trap and set it out over here. I've noticed that something ate all of my lettuce down to nubs. So probably that guy. So I will set the trap up over here for tomorrow. Alright, Swiss chard picked. I'm going to take this in the house before it gets all the way dark and pick up that watering can that Digger has been trying to chew on. Yes, I'm talking about you. It took about 3 reminders to leave it before he left it alone. But he has been doing really good, just sitting there. Of course, I think he's just waiting for me to walk away so he can chew on it some more.